We're going to talk today about how to add fingers to the end of this arm. So I have the top face selected, and I am in scale. I have the scale manipulator selected. You may notice that my scale manipulator is over here, but my face is over here. I've noticed that some of you have that problem going on. One thing that you can do is to come down here to the selector and make sure it either says median point if you want it to be in the middle of all the faces or vertices that you have selected, or the active element if you want it to snap to the last thing that you have selected. Usually median point is what we want, so I'm going to leave that as a median point. And you'll see that now my manipulator has snapped to this face. So I'm going to scale using this green Y direction manipulator so that the end of the wrist is a little narrower. Then I'm going to go ahead and divide this face. There's a couple ways to do it. You can do a ring select where you do the Control R. I would need 3 divisions to make 4 fingers. But notice that that's going to divide all the way around your arm, and depending on how you've bent your arm, it might go all the way around the body, which actually changes. I'll just go ahead and do it. You might have noticed that that changes how the elbow looks. It's a little less roundy. It forces the smaller faces force the underlying object to be closer to these faces out here. So I'm going to undo that. And instead I'm going to use the knife tool to do some cuts. So over here, under Tools, I have a knife tool right here. And notice that my cursor now looks kind of like a knife. Okay, let's come back over here. And, oh shoot, I'm going to grab my knife tool again. So I'm going to click on an edge and click on another edge. Now this is not the most, and then hit Enter to set it. Notice how it made another face. Now I can select that face or that face. I'm going to grab the knife tool again. This is not the most accurate way to do something. It's not going to be perfectly straight, but it gets the job done. One more cut. Okay. Now I'm going to select a face, so I have this face selected, and I'm going to extrude each finger one at a time. If I extruded them all together, I would end up with just a big block as a hand. So I'm going to have to play around with these fingers a little bit more, narrow down their tips maybe. That one seems a little bit bigger than the other ones, etc. So you can play around with that. And then when you're ready, you can add a thumb. Make sure you're adding it on the correct side of the hand, and I'll just use another knife cut, hit Enter, and then I can extrude that face out to make my little thumb. And there we go.